Greetings and welcome to the arcade. This is episode 21. Today's episode, we will be picking up an Atari Xevious arcade game. We are going to look the game over, we are going to get it up and running, and we will be doing a gameplay review. So let's get started. Today is March 20th, 2016. And we are taking the arcade truck, the Lincoln, on an adventure to Cleveland, Ohio for a very special pickup. So let's get going. Here we are with my good friend Warren. How you doing, Warren?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
All right.
It's cold, but here we are.
Here we are.
Jeff,
What is this game?
this is Fast Freddy. I think there's only maybe a couple hundred in the United States. And this has very low plays. I bought this off of a collector friend, and it doesn't even have 9,000 plays on it, and it's in great shape. And I don't exactly know the run number.
It's cool.
Yeah.
The sounds are great too.
They stink at this like most games. It's hard.
It's
Fast Freddy.
and that's Fast Freddy, everybody. All right, everybody. We have returned from Cleveland. We kind of showed you a few of Warren's games. Thought I'd show you something I picked up. It's a classic arcade game that I used to play all the time, and I am excited to get it working. All right, everybody. We have acquired a new game for Arcade Hollywood. It is Atari's Xevious. Now, I used to play Xevious all the time at my favorite pizza place back in the 80s. Definitely a personal favorite of mine. It's not something, not too sure how many people have this game in their collection or keep it in their collection, but I just love Xevious. All right, everybody. One of the biggest things I did to get the Xevious working was I took out the old Mitsubishi or whatever the name of that monitor was that they put in the Xevious, the pole positions. Those monitors are just crap. So I put a Wells Garner K7000 in it. That's the upgrade. I actually cleaned the bottom of the cabinet. This cabinet is mint. The game is in phenomenal shape. You can see this is the old monitor. The original monitor was in the Xevious. You can, if you look closely here, you can see the Xevious screen burn. The monitor was dead. I know a lot of people don't like these monitors. I'm going to see if I can bring it back to life and use it for something. So, one of the great things about Xevious, the artwork, as I mentioned, artwork is incredible in this game. You can see right behind the monitor, they have this great backdrop. The artwork on it is so cool. It is really well-designed game. Like I said, it's not, I don't know a lot of people that have a Xevious or keep it in their collection. But I sure like it, and I used to play it at Marion's Pizza in Dayton, Ohio. One of my favorite pizza places had Xevious, they had a Donkey Kong Jr., they had a Star Wars. All right, everybody, I've got the Xevious put back together. This was a down and dirty, quick rehab restoration. Basically, there really wasn't a whole lot to do other than to get the monitor working. Now, the one thing I will be doing on this game is these marquees, very common to Star Wars and Millipede and Crystal Castles. They had this, it was more of an overlay sticker that I'm going to have to replace. It's got the cracking in the usual spots. So yeah, it's amazing. This game is really cool. Something else that's really cool about this game that I didn't realize is there's a fluorescent bulb hiding behind. There's a fluorescent bulb hiding behind the control panel, and this little section here actually lights up. So I'm going to turn the lights off right now and give you a look at this game in the dark. It's pretty impressive. All right, everybody, let's take a look at Atari Xevious upright arcade game. Xevious was released by Namco in December of 1982. Atari licensed Xevious and released it in North America February of 1983. Atari produced 5,295 units of the Xevious upright game, compared to over 47,000 units of the Asteroids game. Not a big number, not rare by any stretch, but not a really big number compared to Atari's Asteroids or Centipede. This game has a vertical orientation with a 19-inch raster monitor. Xevious actually has an 8-way joystick to pilot a combat aircraft called a Solvaloo. There's a forward-firing blaster, and you can also bomb the enemies on the ground. Each area is actually separated by a green forested section, so each time a life has been lost, your player ship starts at the beginning of the nearest area. This game is actually not the first vertically scrolling game, but it was one of the earliest, and Xevious actually inspired a lot of other shooting games of this genre. Xevious actually consists of 16 areas, even though there is no on-screen indication of the zone. I think if you've played Bosconian or Rally X, there is a map where you can actually see where you're at. So this does not have that. I'd like to talk about the graphics of Xevious. At the time, in 1983, they were considered very revolutionary. The characters were rendered with amazing clarity, and through the use of shades of gray and palette shifting, it gave the characters a three-dimensional look as they twisted and rotated. And I really just was amazed how great this game looked when I was younger. Here's some extra facts about Xevious. The theme music from Xevious was actually used during certain segments of the video arcade game television show Starcade. I used to watch Starcade on TBS when I was a kid, and if you go back and watch those on YouTube, you'll notice you might recognize the Xevious music in the background. Xevious was the first arcade game to have its own television commercial, and it aired in the North American market. Atari promoted the game with the slogan, "Are you devious enough to beat Xevious?" Some of the little secrets of this game are that this game has special flags in areas 1, 3, 5, and 7 and a mothership appears in Area 4, and another mothership appears in Area 9, and the third and fourth in Areas 14. This definitely was considered one of the first level bosses to be incorporated into a video game. All right, everybody, there you have it. Atari's Xevious. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Arcade Hollywood. Special thanks goes out to my friend Warren in Cleveland for the Xevious. Once again, wanted to give a shout out to my good friend Mike Miller and his band Origami for providing me with all the excellent music for this channel. You can check him out at origami.tumblr.com. Coming soon to Arcade Hollywood, we will be working on a Pac-Man upright with a 2-bit score ABC kit. And we will have an all-access tour of the place, Retro Arcade with Carrie Cheney. Plus some surprise guests at Carrie's place. This is a great time to subscribe to Arcade Hollywood. Don't forget, you can check me out on Twitter, Arcade Hollywood, at Hollywood Arcade. We are also out there on Facebook and Google+. Please email me with any comments or questions at discohollywood1@gmail.com. All right, this does it for another episode of Arcade Hollywood. Until next time, rock on.